opponent. She is every man's fantasy, every woman's nightmare. She is the self-made legend in number 9 in this tournament. This is Fantasy.
First round action continues here live on iPay-Per-View for Angel Gate. My name's Jim LaMotta, joined by Fight Director Paul Atlas as IndyWrestling.us continues to bring you this live broadcast. We have Scarlett, a young lady, nearly a 2-year pro, at an extreme experience disadvantage because, as I said, Fantasy, 18 years in the wrestling industry.
Yeah, she may have not have a year advantage, but she definitely has a height advantage over Fantasy here right now. Scarlett almost mocking Fantasy here.
I don't think Fantasy's going to be intimidated. I mean, don't get me wrong, Scarlett scares the hell out of me, but Fantasy has seen it all and done it all in the southern parts of the United States. This is her first time in Pittsburgh, but she is very accomplished. And on this night, she could make headlines here. You want to make your name in the North, this is the way to do it.
That's right. You come right here to Angel Gate Wrestling in the Battlegrounds. That's where you're going to make a name for yourself, without a doubt, in the Northern Territories.
Nice side headlock takeover. Fantasy is a very savvy ring veteran.
Yeah, that shows the experience right there as Scarlett tries to use her power advantage, but Fantasy turned it into a leverage advantage.
Fantasy used Scarlett's momentum against her in that exchange. Look at the eyes of Scarlett, Paul.
Yeah, there's definitely no soul behind those eyes. Nice escape.
Nice agility there. Slaps on the side headlock again. Elementary but effective. Backs her up. Fantasy hits the ropes. Tilt-a-whirl satellite head scissors.
She got her. Scarlett don't know which end is up right now.
And Scarlett immediately takes a powder to the outside.
And the Queen calling a timeout right now.
Wants to conference with Amanada, who, make no mistake about... Well, wait a minute, Fantasy's not having it, man.
No.
She's going after it. But she got caught and planted, edge of the apron. Nasty, nasty impact there.
Yeah, she wanted to take the fight to Scarlett, but that turned out to be a disadvantage now.
Got the left shoulder up.
Now, that's for sure. She's got to fight from up now.
The complexion of this matchup changing immediately. And this is where Fantasy does not want to be. Scarlett will look to pick Fantasy apart here.
Yeah, she's setting her up here now.
Oh, man.
That big bowling ball maneuver. Fantasy may be out. You see the spasm when she hit that buckle.
One thing we could say, Paul, Fantasy is a tough, tough lady. She made the trip up here, and she wants to make her name here at Angel Gate. But she may just be physically overmatched here because physical domination is the name of the game for Scarlett. And Amanada at ringside, don't let those beautiful eyes fool you, because behind those beautiful eyes are some devious intentions.
Oh, well, since these two young ladies have teamed up, you got Scarlett the Muscle now with the brains of Amanada. They've become quite a force here in Angel Gate Wrestling and Fight Society also.
Fantasy up top, gonna take a chance. Diving blockbuster.
Can she fight up now though and make that cover?
She hit it, but you're right. How much does she have left? Can she capitalize? Hooks the leg. Scarlett showing wisdom beyond her years. Knew she was in arm's reach of the ropes, able to force the break.
Happened to look up and see those ropes, and wow. That knee caught her flush
And
in
I think
the face.
Fantasy's going to be looking. She's going to be looking up at the lights. She's going to be looking at stars because I believe she may be out cold.
I don't think she's looking at anything right now. I think she's out.
Lackadaisical cover. That's a rookie mistake in some respects. You cannot do that against a veteran like Fantasy. 18 years in this business. I'm not sure what language Amanada is using to lecture the referee.
She knows a bunch of them, that's for sure. Scarlett now just literally stomping a mud hole in Fantasy. Setting her up again. Fantasy able to get out of the way of that bowling ball maneuver this time.
Scarlett telegraphed it and paid for it. She called it out. Fantasy was aware. And now we're seeing the tables tilt yet again.
Right, the fiery Southern Belle firing back now on Scarlett.
Reversal here. Nice leverage maneuver.
Blocks that clothesline.
And she hit the stunner. Scarlett. I thought Scarlett might have been. I thought she might have been out there, Paul.
Yeah,
what an
close.
impact.
I can't believe she was able to kick out.
It only takes 3 seconds, Paul. And a blatant eye rake will slow things down quite considerably. Oh, man. Nasty impact. Fantasy hits the canvas very awkwardly.
Somewhat of a version of a twisting neck breaker there.
And if Fantasy is not injured at this point, I would be very surprised.
The Queen is beside herself here at ringside, screaming instructions to Scarlett at this point.
And I think if it wouldn't be for those ropes holding Fantasy up, she'd be
out right now.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned here, Paul. Listen, Fantasy's a great competitor. She has a wise reputation here, but she is being destroyed at the hands of Scarlett. I think the referee legitimately may have to think about stopping this one and protect Fantasy from herself.
She's definitely not going to give up here.
She's not going to quit, but she may be carried out of this building.
And as we've stated before in some of our previous matches, should Fantasy pull out a victory, what is she going to have left for this next round?
And make no mistake about it, Paul, Scarlett's not going to stop as long as she has an opponent in front of her to throw punches at. And this could be the final rally for Fantasy. Can she put it away here? Nice DDT.
Yeah,
Can she follow up?
Trying to get Scarlett.
Now, wait a minute. Amanada on the ring apron.
Distracting our referee.
Fantasy has the shoulders down, ref. Turn around.
Wait a minute.
And Fantasy's going to improvise.
She's just pounding Scarlett's head into that mat.
And again, Amanada getting involved here, who has no business out here in ringside.
Covered.
And again, Amanada. If you saw Amanada, tried to grab the foot of Scarlett, letting her know to kick out, bringing Scarlett back to earth.
Scarlett trying to hook her up here.
Oh, man. Dropped Fantasy right on the top of her dome.
Modified version of a brain buster there. This has to be it.
And again, Paul, I'm going to say it. I'm not taking anything away from Fantasy. She's proven herself. She's taken the offensive assault of Scarlett. But there has to be a point in time where the referee has to think about her health.
Yeah, because like I said before, Fantasy is definitely not going to give up here. She's going to keep fighting until the end.
And she's got to deal with Amanada as well, which...
That trip there.
And the odds are just too much, Paul. And there you see it.
Here's your winner, moving on to the semifinals of the Alpha Championship Tournament, Scarlett.
The combination of beauty and